Hello and welcome to another live. If you can hear me, let me know. I'm always checking the microphone to start. So, this is our weekly emotional healing live. We are discussing all things emotional healing related. And this week's topic is about spirit. For lack of a better word, I had a difficult time. Hi, Caitlin, welcome. It was challenging to come up with the topic for today, how I want to say what I'm trying to say here. But I think it's really important in relationship to our emotional healing. So it's worthy of conversation. Because if you try to heal emotions through just focusing on emotions or being in your emotion, or if you try to heal yourself emotionally, heal your heart through the mind, through thoughts and knowledge and your kind of mental concepts, even your mental concepts about healing, it's not going to work. It sounds kind of negative, but it's going to be very limited. Hi, welcome, Amanda. There's a huge limitation there. So what we need to do is go beyond thoughts and beyond emotions, right? And then now we're moving into the realm of spirit. Somebody asked me recently, what is spirituality to you? And again, when you really when you're experiencing these things, it's so hard to put into words, right? It's so hard to explain. I said to that person, what is invisible? But it's not, emotions are invisible too, right? But we're going beyond, we want to go even beyond. Like if you think of a coin, if emotion is this side of the coin, the other side of the coin, the other side, the backdrop of everything, of our existence. So for me, when I talk about spirituality, I'm talking about that essence, that life itself. And if you come to the lives, take my classes, read my book, you know that I'm talking about this often. So there are many people have their own way of connecting with their spiritual self or their spirituality. Now, some people, you've probably heard this term like, oh, we're not human beings with spirituality, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. I agree, but that's going really deep. And so today, obviously, in the limited time that we have, I'm not here to deeply explore and unpack spirituality. You have your own way of connecting to it, and you have your own way of referring to it. And for some of you, it might be religion. And for others, it might just be spiritual practices. Or there's so many kinds of spiritual practices too. So it's very important for you to find your own way. I've heard it compared to the front-facing part of an app versus the coding in the background. That's neat. Yeah, that's right. It's the backdrop. It's the fibers of our existence. And so this is what I'm interested in talking about. This is who we are, right? We're not just a body, but we have a body, which is also precious, and we want to respect it and we want to care for it. And we're obviously not just a mind or an ego. We have a mind. We have an ego. We also want to understand it and respect it. And the more we learn about it, the less we can be controlled by it. So the ego is invisible too, right? So now we're moving into the invisible realm, but we're so much more than our ego, obviously. And when we do EFT, we're talking about energy and we're moving energy, and we are energetic beings. And we can feel the energy of all living things. And the energy sort of becomes like a bridge to connect with that source, that essential self. So why is this important for emotional healing? Because I feel like sometimes we just get too narrow. We get too pigeonholed. You can check yourself. Am I trying to heal my heart, my mind, my life? Am I trying to awaken myself just being, pigeonholed into my physical being or my emotional being? We want to zoom way out. So it's perspective. It's a perspective shift, right? We have a certain perspective when we're just sort of, people often use this term 3D, just the physical material existence, which is what we see, what we experience every day, what we're bombarded with. This is what humanity, the consciousness of humanity is living as a majority, as a collective, not everybody, but as a majority, as a collective, is living inside of this sort of physical 3D material consciousness. And from that place, we can't heal our physical life, our physical world, whether that's our physical body or the things happening in life. We have to go out. We have to go bigger. We have to go beyond. And that's where we tap into divine wisdom, our innate healing power, when we connect and align with that our spiritual self. Again, for lack of better words, I myself am not loving these words. I feel like they're also very limited, but I hope you can just feel what I'm saying, because ultimately that's what I'm saying here. We need to connect with that sense, the sense of ourselves that is beyond our emotional self and our thinking self and our ego self. We need to find the way to connect and align with that self, and then look again at ourselves, our emotions, our problems, our life, the problems of the world with those eyes. So for me, I talk often about the soul. I resonate with soul. If I call to my soul or try to connect with my soul, that's going to be like a portal for me, bringing me in to that world, to that self. A portal to my higher consciousness, my infinite consciousness. We can even say consciousness itself. So then I'm zooming out from the micro. When I'm in the micro, usually I'm suffering. Usually when there's suffering, it's because we're too focused on the micro world of the physical and the material. So when we zoom way out, we start to access spirit, or whatever we want to call it. Now, I love transformative art healing for this. EFT is great. We're tapping, we're basically moving energy and releasing blocks in our consciousness that block us from that connection with who we really are, the essence of our existence. I talked in a previous live about finding it in the present moment. So tapping is great for releasing those blocks. But transformative art healing is really powerful for it. It helps you gain access to that invisible world. It takes you there. It's a 12-step process that walks you right there. The first part of the process, we're also doing clearing, like EFT. But the second part of the process, we're entering into that world. We're connecting with it. We're receiving messages from it. And that is helping us shift our perspective on ourself, on our problem, our issue. And when we see from those eyes, we feel healing take place. We feel return to a place that is more peaceful and calm, and we can feel a greater sense of joy and love filling up inside. Not conditional joy and conditional love, unconditional. So that's what we tap into when we access this infinite self that we are. We are that. We are not just this body, right? We're not just this mind. We are that infinite self. So huge healing takes place when we tap in there. So I want to keep encouraging all of you to add that, make that a part of your emotional healing journey. You know, I believe in the whole, I'm interested in the whole picture, taking care of the body, using the body, moving, walking, energy exercises, the tapping, anything that's somatic, that we're really like clearing stuck emotion from the body. We need to care for the body. And then we need to care for the mind. We need to look deeply and honestly at our mind, our emotion, and find the tools and the exercises. Could be EFT, could be transformative art healing, could be something else that works for you. What helps you clear, release that stuck perspective. But remember, you're not going to be able to clear emotion from emotion. You're not going to be able to clear emotion from thought. That will be very limited, very shallow. Maybe you'll just get a momentary relief, but we really want to go deeper, shifting the beliefs, which is where we really shift the perspective. So we need to be able to open those really big eyes, those infinite eyes, the eyes of the soul, the eyes of who I am, ultimately, essentially. So please nurture that part of yourself for your emotional healing process. That's my message for today. Again, there's so many different ways. I strongly encourage each of you to trust yourself, your own journey, finding who and what resonates for you. That's like the universe showing you the doors to open. How are you going to open the door into that world? So again, transformative art healing is really powerful. Personally, I love it so much for that. It always takes me there and concludes in that place. And I feel like a new person by the end of a session on myself, because I'm seeing with new eyes. Same problem, same Danielle, same life, same world, new eyes, new perspective. So perspective is important. The perspective is shifted into this, I want to say spiritual perspective. It feels limited, but if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. It's a sense, it's a feeling. It's not meant to be understood intellectually. So you don't have to try. Just find what taps you into that place. Go to the heart, right? So we go into the head, and that's where we get all caught in this like physical material reality. Go down into the heart. Clear and heal the heart. This is the emotional healing. And emotional healing journey will naturally open up like a river, opening up to the ocean of your essence of who you are, truth of you, your true essence. So if you want to experience transformative art healing as a way of helping you do that, I am having a transformative art healing tapping. It's not a tapping circle. It's a group session. There's one this Saturday. I'm going to try to offer this. I'm posting it in the chat room. This isn't I realize I can do that here. I'm going to try to offer one monthly. Don't hold me to that. I'm still working out the schedule and all the details, but I would like to try to offer one monthly. However, this one on Saturday is special because I'm collaborating with a friend of mine who does sound healing, sound bath, and she's going to be integrating sound. So we're adding another dimension of healing to the 12 steps. We're adding in the dimension of sound healing. So you can really steep in that place, because I want you to awaken that sense and have time to be in that place and that space. So she and I are collaborating this time to give you that opportunity. So if you can come, please come. Check out the link. You can see the time. You can see the price. It's obviously completely up to you, but it's an experience that will have a profound impact on you. And if you have something that you want to clear, like okay, let's go back to what I'm talking about here. Let's say you're stuck on a perspective, right? Because that's where we're really stuck in a certain category of your life. Maybe it's you're stuck on a way of seeing yourself, or an emotion that you just keep looping and you can't get out of it. Or you're stuck in a loop with something going on in your body, and that could be causing more emotion and upset for you. Or you could be stuck in a relationship, or in a work situation, or in a creatively stuck. There's so many different ways that we get stuck, because we're seeing through a narrow lens. We're seeing through a colored lens that is like from the perspective of my emotion, or from the perspective of my limited body and my limited self. So transformative art healing, if you're feeling that, I highly encourage you to come. It will help you move through that and get unstuck and move you into this higher consciousness, this higher perspective. When you align with spirit, with your guides, your higher power, whatever it is, however it speaks to you, whoever is on the other side guiding you, you get a chance to align with that place and see from a new perspective. So that's what I wanted to put in the chat box. And I'm just here with offerings. You have to walk your own journey, and I'm just reminding you to walk your journey with the feeling. What resonates? What's opening me up to that place? Move in that direction. Beyond just the physical, what connects me to my essence? And it could be physical exercise. There's so many different things, so many different ways. So I want you to keep awakening that spiritual self. That is my journey that I'm on 24 hours, no matter where I go, what I do, what relationship I'm in, the work I'm doing. This is the journey that I've been on for 25 years. And this is the essence of the healing work. So with that said, I will do a tap for us today to help us shift our perspective before I finish. Okay, so tapping on the side of your hand. And repeat after me. Even though I might be stuck inside my emotions, it's okay. I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I might be stuck on my thoughts right now, they're just looping. All I can see is the world around me, and I can't get out of this consciousness. It's okay. I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I might be stuck in my body right now, I think I forgot who I really am. And I started believing that I'm just this body and I'm just these emotions. And this is the truth, absolute truth of my existence. It's okay. I forgive myself for forgetting who I really am. And I love and accept myself anyway. Tapping the top of your head. It's okay. Back of your neck. Sometimes I forget. Top of your head. I forgot again. Inside of your eyebrows. I forgot who I really am. Inside of your eye. I forgot to look with the eyes of my soul. Under your eye. I was only looking at myself and this situation through the eyes of my emotion. Under your nose, I was looking through the eyes of my thoughts. Under your lip, I was looking through the eyes of my ego. Under your collarbone. And that's okay. Center of your chest. It can happen. Under your arm. I'm only human. Side of your thumb. And I'm choosing to forgive myself for forgetting my heart. Next finger, for forgetting my soul. Next finger, for forgetting my love inside. Next finger. And for only looking through the eyes of judgment. Next finger, towards myself and others and life. Side of your hand. It's okay. I forgive myself for that. Top of your head. I was only hurting myself. Back of your neck. I was making myself small. Top of your head. I was stuck in my smallness. Inside of your eyebrows. And that's okay. Side of your eyes. It's okay that I have a small self. Under your eyes. I love that self too. Under your nose. And I also have a big self. Under your lip. I have both. Under your collarbone. I have a big and wise self. Center of your chest. A self that is connected to the essence of all things. Under your arm. A self that is connected to the source of life, of existence. side of your thumb. I am connected to life. Next finger. And I'm looking again from those eyes. Next finger. I'm looking at myself and my problem from the eyes of the universe. Next finger. And I'm allowing myself to embrace every part of me. Next finger. Remembering who I really am. Side of your hand. Coming back to my heart, to my soul, to my love. And looking through those eyes for my healing. Okay, lower your hands. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. And I want you to breathe in one more time. Put your hand on your heart this time. Breathe in and feel your heart, your soul coming alive in your chest. And big exhale. You can open your eyes when you're ready. So returning to this place is healing in and of itself. And as we repeat, and we stay there for longer and we come back more often and more quickly, we start to transform our relationship with our emotion and with our body and with this physical existence. We start to see it in a healthier way. Imagine if all people were practicing that. It would be a very different world. So we can't make people do that, but we can choose it for ourselves. That's the power we have. Power of choice, right? Yes. So if you want to share what you felt through that, or if you have any questions, you're welcome to. I can see here, okay, Claudia joined us. Welcome. And Amanda, I'm so happy you are walking my road with me. When my guide showed up during the Transformative Art Healing session, the healing came through a lot of crying. Right. It can be powerful. It can be a powerful remembering. And that's what do I want to say here? That invisible side, that invisible world, that invisible part of ourselves or spirit, the place where our guides are existing or whatever it is sending us a lot of messages for our healing journey, wants to connect, but we don't always know how to get there. And we get so blocked and stuck and limited. So thank you for saying that, Amanda, about transformative art healing. It is very powerful. We need those tools to help us get there. There's no shame in needing, wanting tools sometimes. Sometimes we want them, sometimes we use them, sometimes we need them, sometimes we don't. So it's about listening to yourself. And thank you, Amanda, for saying that. I'm so happy you're walking my road with me too. And I really enjoyed our transformative art healing time together. Okay, so yes, as you know, when it comes to transformative art healing, you can also reach out to me privately. You can go to my website to set up a discovery call and see if it's the right fit for you. I offer them privately, but also in groups. And it can be powerful in a group. I've had some people share that the group energy was really impactful for them. So feel free to find me there as well. As long as you continue to nurture like a flower, giving water and food and sunlight to this flower that is that essence breathing inside of you all the time, was always with you, always will be. It's like tapping into a huge medicine for our soul, for our heart. So we want to be able to tap in there. So through actually tapping today, through EFT, you can see sometimes we're facing and clearing and trying to move in that direction. And there are many other ways to get you there as well, including transformative art healing. Please do that work for yourself as part of your emotional healing journey. The only reason for emotional healing is to clear what is blocking us from that self-existent peace and love and great light, that essence of who we are, so that we can breathe that essence into this human existence, into our lives, our relationships, our world. That will be a truly joyful, beautiful thing. Then our life looks really differently when we see that I'm filling myself with that energy and I'm breathing it in to the people I meet, to understanding how my life is unfolding. I'm breathing it in to this world. The world needs it. That's for sure. Okay, I don't see any questions coming up, so I'll finish here. Thank you so much for being with me today. I appreciate all of you. And I hope to see you at a transformative art healing session in the future. If not, see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.